All right, guys, check this out. This is a small case study on maybe flipping some of these NFTs on Gods Unchained. Check this out. This is pretty cool. So a friend of mine, he's been sending me these screenshots of investments he made. And again, this is not an investment channel. I'm not a financial investor. This is not financial advice, okay? I'm not a financial advisor, is what I should have said. In any case, check this out. This is pretty wild. So he, 2 months ago, he purchased a bunch of these Necroscepter cards, right? And as you know, near and dear to my heart, as many of you know, I play a zombie deck, and this is pretty cool, right? I thought this was an interesting thing because, you know, if you're frenzied, you'll draw a, with this Necroscepter relic, you'll draw a 2/2 zombie, which can be pretty powerful if you stack up a couple of those, 3 of those, right? You get the heal effect, plus they do 2 damage. You get another one every turn. Pretty good stuff for a zombie deck, okay? But check this out. It gets even better. So 2 months ago, he purchased up, I don't know, 20 of these or so, something like that. And he bought them for like $1 a piece. And you see the prices here. I'll go full screen. You guys can check it out. So he had this. He had, you know, $1.10, $1.14, $1.06, $1.02, you know, literally just over $1. He bought 20 or so of these, maybe more. I'm not sure exactly how many he purchased, but he did buy a bunch of these Necroscepter cards, right? Well, wouldn't you know it, that was 2 months ago. And if you look now, this is pretty wild. This was a screenshot as of a couple days ago when he sent it to me. And this is nuts. So literally we're talking a 15x, right? We're talking a 30-day average here of about $15 on this thing. And he paid about $1, right? So this is what I'm talking about, right? With NFTs, and why you shouldn't be too keen to try and sell these things for cheeseburgers, in my opinion, because this is just simply 2 months. And some of these cards that have a high volume trading that are, you know, necessary to zombie decks and things like this, they're going to be valuable, right? At some point, this is going to be a thing. So anyway, just wanted to point this out as an example of what you can actually do with cards in this game as actual NFT value, right? So pretty cool stuff. I did take a look at Token Trove myself right now, and Token Trove itself has the price currently is 0.003615, which is about $11, something like that, 11 US dollars, which is fine. That's cool, right? Because that's still a 10x. But that's the point. If you look at the graph over here on the right side, you can see how it's kind of the peak was just a couple days ago, and it's taken a little bit of a dip since then. But it doesn't matter because we're still talking 10x. So if it dips and then it spikes again, like who knows, 15, 20x, 30x, you never know. And this is kind of the point of why I'm talking about this, is that just don't be super keen to be selling your cards immediately unless of course you're going to do it to maybe buy other cards sort of thing. But do keep an eye on this as sort of in that, well, hold, the hodlers unite and see what happens in the future, because this is just simply 2 months. 2 months, we've got a 10x to 15x. And if you look at this in terms of what they're worth now, again, let's go back to Token Trove, and you see here the 30-day average is 0.004085 ETH, and what that means is $15.96. So that would be a solid 15x by any measure if you purchased this 2 months ago at $1. So you see, this is my point. This is why I want to talk about this, and this is why I'm so high on this game. I know there's economies and scales and all the rest of these things, and we don't know what next year is going to look like. Hopefully this thing just blows up and goes off the chain, and that's good for all of us. Okay, so keep an eye out on the cards you have. Keep an eye out on the market and what they're selling for, and don't be too keen to just sell off your cards for no apparent reason than a few bucks, because it doesn't make any sense right now. This market is still so new that, in my opinion, holding these things for the long term is probably going to be the best bet, and maybe reassess a year from now. But do keep an eye on the market, because you never know. Let's say maybe they come out of their alpha state and they list a beta release, and maybe the mobile version hits the app store or something like this. The prices of these things may go insane, even sort of as a spike before the masses rush in. So just want to point it out again. It's one of those things where I think you got to pay attention. You got to know what you have, and you got to know what's out there. And that's it. That's what I'm talking about. So again, $15.96 30-day average on this Necroscepter wand. A buddy of mine bought 20 of these for around $1 2 months ago. 2 months ago. So you see how fast these things can turn and change. And as always, do remember that there's volatility in this, and you don't know. So it could this Necroscepter could be around $12, $15 today, but who knows next next month it could be back to $1. You never know, all right? But at the low cost of $1, it's hard to argue holding on to these as just strictly assets, right? So once again, hodlers unite. If you like these videos, one more time, just please leave a thumbs up and please subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one. Thank you very much for listening.